God tells us what we can do, but the problem is never God. The problem is never people. The problem is how you see yourself. A lot of us don't win because you don't see yourself winning. A lot of us don't win because you see yourself as a failure. I could tell you you're beautiful all day long, but if you don't believe it, it's not the lack of me telling you, it's the lack of you believing what was said. So a lot of times we say we blame people, but it's not people, it's how you see yourself. There's nothing in this land that you can't possess. Say why? Because God promised me the land. I didn't go try to possess on my own. I am moving on the promises of God. If God could do it for one, he could do it for the other. So your mindset got to change. You got to say, if God could bless Susie, he could bless Frank. If God could bless them, God could bless me. You have to learn to stop counting yourself out. If God could do it for them, God could do it for me.
Joyously unveiling the Master's plan. Discover your faith. Experience Jump Ministries Global Church.
So if you go to the wrong people for comfort, they can keep you in your condition.
Building people. Changing lives. And on the move. Jump Ministries Global Church.
Let's go. Numbers chapter 13. Numbers chapter what? Numbers chapter 13. I believe that this word, y'all, will set the pace for us. A lot of us don't have what we have, not because God is not good. You don't have what you have because of your lack of believing you could have it. A lot of times we believe our lack of success, we blame it on people, we blame it on environment. But how many know you could strive in the most difficult environment? I just told somebody about life and how life of pressure. And their response to me was they said pressure either burst pipes or make diamonds. That was their response. Listen to what they said. This was a person very young too. Honey, this is good. They said pressure either bursts pipes. A young person in their teens said that, or it makes diamonds. And I said to them, and you know I had to come back with something. Only one. I said to them, the right pressure makes diamonds. I said too much pressure could destroy the diamonds. So you got to learn to balance pressure. See, you thought that was good. See, I came back with something even better. So you got to learn to balance the pressure, because you could take your pressure, mama pressure, daddy pressure, friends pressure, school pressure. You could end up taking too much pressure on yourself. And that's not the pressure that makes diamonds. That's the pressure that bursts pipes. Causes you to lose your mind. I'm talking right. Causes you to get sick. Causes you to commit suicide. That's the wrong kind of pressure, because rather than you give the pressure to the Lord, you're trying to handle it yourself. Touch somebody and say, I could do anything. Touch somebody else and say, I could do anything. God tells us what we can do, but the problem is never God. The problem is never people. The problem is how you see yourself. A lot of us don't win because you don't see yourself winning. A lot of us don't win because you see yourself as a failure. I could tell you you're beautiful all day long, but if you don't believe it, it's not the lack of me telling you, it's the lack of you believing what was said. So a lot of times we say we blame people, but it's not people, it's how you see yourself. Touch somebody, say, how do you see yourself? Let's go Numbers 13. Let's look at verse 1. Numbers 13, we're going to look at verse 1. And the Lord spoke to Moses. Who did the Lord spoke to? He said, send men to spy out the land. Send men to do what? Of Canaan. Watch this. Watch this. This ain't me. This is Numbers chapter 13 and verse 1. This is not Durone chapter 13 and verse 1. This is the Bible 13 and 1. It says, I'm going to read it again. And the Lord spoke to Moses. And the Lord spoke to who? Oh, y'all ain't talking to me. I need a church to talk to me. And the Lord spoke to? But don't put Moses. Put your name. And the Lord spoke to? Okay, let's try it again. And the Lord spoke to? You got to say, the reason why I need you to say it, so you could identify with it. You got to speak it in the atmosphere. And the Lord spoke to? Say your name. And the Lord spoke to Moses. Said, yes, keep your name there. Watch, he say, send men to spy out the land of Canaan. Which land? Amanda, you ain't talking to me. Send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am giving to you. Is that what it says? Which I am giving to the children of Israel. So the Lord said, send the men to spy out the land that I'm giving to you. He said, send the men to spy out the land that I'm giving to the children of Israel. Did he say that I might give? So what are you saying? It's already done. It's already what? Just like how you're all shaking your heads in here, you can say amen, you can hear this. But he says, send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am giving to you. From each tribe of their fathers you shall send a man, every man a leader among them. So Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran, according, I'm in verse 3, to the command of the Lord, all of them, men who were heads of the children of Israel. Am I right? Now these were the names, and then we went straight down, and then we went straight by the names of all the people that were in the land. Am I talking right? Now let's skip down to verse 17. So we just were going, he talked with the tribes. So if anybody says he's missing the Bible, you can go read it later. He was just talking with the different tribes that he was sending out. So look at 17. Then Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said to them, go up this way unto the south, and up to the mountains, and see what the land is like. And do what? And see what the land is what? Is like, whether the people who dwell in it are strong, or whether they are what? Few or many. Whether the land they dwell in is good or bad. Am I still in the book? What verse am I in? Only Stacy with me. Everybody stay with me. I'm in verse 19. Whether the land we dwell in is good or bad, whether the cities that inhabit are like camps or strongholds, whether the land is rich or poor, whether they are forests, whether they are or not, be of good courage. Be of what? Be of what? So he's encouraging them. He said, be of good courage and bring back some of the fruit of the land. Bring back some of what? Now the time was the season of the first ripe grapes. Am I right? So they went out. So they did what? So they went out as they were commanded. They went out and they spied the land. They went out and they looked at the land, whether the land was good, whether it was bad, whether the land was full. Was it like the promise that God was made? So they went up and they spied out the land from the wilderness of Zin as far as Rahab near the entrance of Hamath. Am I still in the book? And they went up through the south and came to Hebron, Ahiman, Shishai, Telamai, New Smyrna, Orlando, South Daytona, Kissimmee. Am I talking right? Orange Blossom Trail, West Colonial, East Colonial. What were they doing? Y'all can left the right side with me. My left side snoring. They were spying out the land. What were they doing? The Bible says, listen now, let's go to 22. And they went up through to the south Orange Blossom Trail, North Orange Blossom Trail. Watch this. And they saw, and the Bible says that when they went through the south and came to Hebron, Ahiman, Shishai, and Telamai, the descendants of Anak were there. Who was there? The descendants of Anak were there. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zon in Egypt. Then they came to the valley of Iskal and they cut down a branch. What they did? They brought back some money. They brought back some silver. They brought back some gold. They came back with bags of money. They cut down the branch. And one cluster of, listen, and with one cluster of grape, they carried it between two. Okay, y'all didn't hear me. With one cluster of grapes, what they did? So what that means? Only my front row. That means them grapes had to be beyond any grapes we've ever seen. They had to be huge because two men had to carry this grape. So what are they doing in the land? So from you seeing the grapes in the land, what does that tell you? What kind of land was it? It had to be flourishing. It had to be rich. Am I talking right? It had to be productive. It was producing just by the fruit of the land. So that means the economy was good in this land. This land was ready for the taking. This land was about to produce prosperity and riches and fame, however you want to put it. This land was full of the clusters of grapes told that this land was what they could have. Would they what? So, okay, anybody that I'm preaching to, that means there's nothing in this land that you can't possess. Father, y'all. There's nothing in this land that you can't possess. Say why? Because God promised me the land. I didn't go try to possess on my own. I am moving on the promises of God. Oh man, somebody on my left heard me. So that means that I don't have to wonder if I'm going to have favor. I don't have to wonder if God's going to give me blessing. I don't have to wonder how I can score. I don't have to wonder if I can do good this year because God already commanded me to go out and possess it. And I see that the land is prosperous. What's happening with the land? 5 years. What's happening with the land? So I can look, I have evidence that the land is prosperous. I can look at my paycheck. I can look at what I get monthly. I can look at what I signed for, that the land is prosperous. I'm in the right field. I'm in the right arena. If I do good, if I excel, I already look down. If I go to college, and if I said to become a doctor, if I be a surgeon, I already see what I could make. I could see that the land is what? Somebody say, I will prosper. Let's go. The Bible says the place of the valley of Eshcol, because of the cluster which the men of Israel had cut down there. And they returned from spying out the land. And they did what? And they returned, listen, and they returned from spying out the land after how many days? 40 is the number of testing. After 40 days, they went out, they spied out the land. Let's see, after they spied, let's see what they said. Now they departed and came back to Moses and Aaron. Who they came back to? Y'all talking to me now. And all the congregation of the children of Israel in the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh, and brought back word. What they brought back? To them and to all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. So they came back and say, the land is good. The land is prosperous. If you go there, this land is booming. This land is cool. You go there, you're going to be blessed. This land got it going on. Am I talking right? Look at 27. Then they told him and said, listen to what else they said. Then they told him and said, we went to the land where you sent us. Honey, are you with me? They went to the land where you sent it. It truly, watch this, it truly flows with what? How many of you know if it's flowing with milk and honey, I won't be a part of that land? They didn't say a little bit coming. They say the land is flourishing. God is prospering the land. It's flowing with milk and honey. It's ours for the taking. What is it flowing with? And this is the fruit. This is the evidence that it prospers. Am I right? That's like somebody telling you, go to this company, they paying $20 an hour. Go to this company, they paying $25 an hour. Go to this company and tell them so-and-so sent you, and you get a job. They're telling you that this job is hiring, and they ain't just hiring, they paying good. If you go down the street, man, they're giving away turkeys, they're giving away food, they're giving away cars. How many of you know you can find a way you're getting some free cars? They're giving away BMW, Corvettes. Nobody's saying nothing. You only won't hear nothing but that in church. You won't hear it on the outside. Watch this now. They talking about the land. They said, nevertheless, this is their report. So this makes you think today, what is your report? What comes out of your mouth concerning the things that God has promised you? Oh, whoever heard me. Well, how do you think about it? You saying, I see other people prosper. Can other people prosper and you not prosper? That's good. Because some of us, we put ourselves in the box. It could happen for them, but it could never happen for me. I never went, God said, I gave it to Timmy, but I ain't giving it to Jack. I'm going to give it to Jack, but I'm not going to give it to Betty. He said, I will give you this land. So if God could do it for one, he could do it for the other. So your mindset got to change. You got to say, if God could bless Susie, he could bless Frank. If God could bless them, God could bless me. You have to learn to stop counting yourself out. If God could do it for them, God could do it for me. Touch somebody, say, if God could do it for them, God could also do it for me. I would never want some of y'all to touch me because you don't believe it. You look at other people and you think that some people could be blessed and you can't. And it's not that other people are not blessed, it's that you counted your own self out. It's your shyness that kept you back. It's your fear that kept you back. It was your intimidation that kept you back. It was you looking in the past that kept you back. But it wasn't God's lack of promising you, because God knows everything about you and he still promised that he will bless you. Because if you look back over your life, most of the things that you got blessed with, you don't even deserve it, but God still bless you anyhow. If that's true, clap your hand and give God a praise, somebody. Watch this. Well, I ain't finished. Y'all don't. 28 said, nevertheless, they said the people who dwell in the land. Listen, I got a question, and I don't want to go too fast. I wonder if God knew who the people were in the land. So I wonder if God knew there would be some opposition in the land. So God gave you ownership before you got in the land and said, I'm going to give you the land. So that means your opposition still can't stop you because God went ahead of you. That means whether they like you or not, it really don't matter because God already gave me favor. So you're going to have to give it up sooner or later. And I'm not going to let your intimidation, I'm not going to let the way you look at me, I'm not going to let the way you judge me keep me from receiving what God has for me. Because God already made me a what? Father, y'all, somebody say God made me a promise. He said go spy. God said go to the land that I'm giving you. Thank you for being here. Touch somebody, say, do you believe God could do it? Look them in the eye because they just talking. Look at somebody else. Say, do you believe God could do it? Turn around, say, do you believe God could do it? You know what, I got something for you. How come people in the world, y'all, this is something you could answer later. How come people who ain't unsaved and ain't got God like that, and we who are saved got God living in us, they got more confidence than us? Oh, maybe y'all didn't hear me. I need to slow that down. How come people who go to witches and warlocks, they could trust in a soothsayer, they could trust in somebody working black magic or reading a crystal ball, and they walk out there saying, well, I got my answer. They give them a piece of cloth, they give them a piece of tissue, they give them a handkerchief and say, hold on to it. And they got more faith in a handkerchief. Then we come to church and we serve the true and the living God, and we don't walk with the same type of confidence. Touch yourself. Say, I got to have a little talk with me. This ain't for everybody. Say, I got to have a little talk with me. God is not your problem. You are your problem. How many of you, sometimes you got to sit yourself down? Anybody ever had this? It's your bad attitude. It's your lack of belief. It's your lack of faith. God already said, go possess the land. But you went out and spied and looked in the natural, and you put natural circumstances above what God said. Nobody has the final say-so like God. Touch somebody, say, if God said it, that settles it. Say it like you're mad. Say, if God said it. Say, that settles it. In other words, case closed. If you believe that, jump on your feet and clap your hand and give. I'm not moving to win. I've already won. Sit down. Some of y'all are moving to win. Tell somebody, I'm moving to win. Say, I've already won. I'm not right going to beat somebody. Brother, you already defeated. Sister, you already defeated. God already defeated you. It may not look like that, but watch at the end of the day. God already said the land is mine. Ooh. But they went out and they saw giants. It's your lack of belief. And I don't even know, when you don't believe in yourself, that could spread on people around you. You start making other people feel down. So your guilt drop on somebody else. Your lack of faith end up coming in the car. Listen, if somebody ain't in the car for the ride, they tell them, excuse me, could I let you out right here? Because I don't need you to disrupt where I'm going right now. I need somebody in this car who's a ride or die. I need somebody in this car who believes that God could do it. I don't need somebody to cause me to doubt my journey. I'm not hating on you. I don't like you. But could I drop you off right here? Because I don't need your fare. I'm going in and I'm going to possess. Tell somebody, I don't need you to make me afraid. Say, and listen, if you ain't got, how many of you ever hear people say, if you ain't got nothing to say? Oh, y'all heard that before. If you ain't got nothing good to say, shut up. How you can complain about the car you didn't pay for, complain about the gas in the car, you never contributed. You are along for the ride, baby. If you ain't got nothing to say, just. Some of y'all scared. Touch somebody. Say, if you ain't got nothing to say, say. And some of y'all are talking to haters. You're talking to people that don't want you to get to your destination. You're talking to people that jump in the car and they waiting for you to break down. Baby, if you're not going to jump in this car along with me, don't step in this car. I know how to fix a tire that breaks. And if I don't know how to fix it, I'll call somebody that know how to fix it. Tell somebody, I'm getting to my destination. Oh, come on the drums. Tell somebody, I'm getting to my destination. You gotta ride with strong people, not weak people. Ride with strong people. Somebody say, preach, black man. Get your strength up. Say why? Because God is with me. Y'all in another church. He said, go possess. Some of y'all are counted out because of the color of your skin. You're counted out because of your school grade and how far you went. I ain't got to be intimidated how smart you are. You could be smart and God could bring you low. I could be dumb as a bat and God could bring me high. God knows how to take the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. If you don't believe me, ask the poor widow with a son. During famine, God sustained her. Somebody say, God is on my side. And if God be for me, I'm going to say it again. If God be, you're playing with it. If God be, you're still playing with it. If God be, who is God for in this room? Jump on your feet and shout hallelujah. Y'all ain't ready. Some of y'all just standing because you don't want nobody to see you sit. Sit down. I'm talking with some warriors. I'm called for soldiers today. I'm called for people that say, I'm not going to die. I'll fight lying down. Y'all making me come down. Don't look at the shoes and get hated. The shoes were blessed. Somebody blessed me with the shoes. Because sometimes clothing will throw you off. Oh, look at these shoes. That's just elementary stuff. I came from mature folks. Say, preach, black man. Are you ready yet? Say, preach, black man. I'm looking for somebody that's mad. Say, preach, black man. If God be for you, do I have a real fighter in this room? If somebody from the streets fights you, even if they get beat, if they get in there behind beat, they coming back. I wish I had a real fighter. If they getting beat, they'll fight you with their teeth. A real fighter will fight you with something. And they're going for your ear, they're going for your eye, they're going for something. They're going to latch on you. Mike Tyson bites somebody's ear off. Tell somebody you got to fight. Tell somebody you got to fight. You got to fight because you know God already promised you this. Y'all playing with me. Well, some of us need to know, some of us ain't even supposed to be in church. We wasn't looking for no church. We were having fun in the world. You hear what I say? We was partying in the club. We was closing the club. Weed, we was getting high. We was drinking. God had to save us. Tell somebody, say, God had to save me. Say, God had to save. I wish I had somebody. Some people think because you come to church that you got it all together. They didn't know this was not our choice. How many of you know sin was pleasurable? Oh, somebody say sin was pleasurable. It was God that drew us out of what we was in. It was God that pulled us out of what we was. Oh, can't you clap? Can't you clap? You may need to go to the back. That's healing, boy. You may need to go to the back room. Somebody say it was God. Say it was God. Some people think when you show up, you being bougie. I ain't being bougie, I being God. I ain't think I all that, he's all that. Well, who do you think you are? I'm a child of the King. I'm a child of the Most High King. When I walk in here, favor walks in. When I walk in here, the atmosphere is changed. When I walk in here, I make you look good because I got favor over me. Somebody shout favor. Oh, you too quiet, black man. Somebody shout favor. Say it's mine. Y'all playing with it. Say it's mine. Say it's mine. Say it's mine. When I went to marry Fong daddy say, ain't no black man coming in this family. Look, all y'all gone quiet. When I went to marry her, because that's Asian, they say, ain't no black man coming in this family. How many of you know I went and I said, I come in to clean my land? Y'all here? I had to hate on him. I had to be jealous of him. I had to talk about him. I just had to claim the land. Somebody say the land belongs to me. Say the land, but I hear you. Say the land belongs to me. God's hand is on your life. Tell somebody you ain't got to argue. Tell somebody, say, you ain't got to argue. You ain't got to be jealous. You ain't got to hate nobody. You ain't got to talk to nobody. All you got to do is show up, and God will take care of the rest. If you believe that, jump on your feet and shout hallelujah. Some of y'all so caught up, they don't like me. They ain't got to like you. Sit down. God ain't never tell them go to the land and they can like you. Go to the land and they can celebrate you. Go on the land and everybody black can like you. Go on the land, everybody white can like you. He ain't never told them what was in the land. Maybe I read wrong. God never told them what was in the land. All he said was, possess it. He never told them what enemies they would have to confront. You know why God ain't had to tell them about the enemy? Because he said, I already took care of your enemies. Did I just say that? God's already take care. I ain't got to tell you about who I already defeated. I don't have to talk about, I never had to argue. Ask her. I never disrespected her father. Even today, never treated her father bad. Now, every time he come, I'm welcoming. Honey, what does he need? There's a family. I'll pray for him all day. Why? Because it's bigger than her father. If I had stopped with the father, I would have never married her. I was not there to marry the father. I was there to marry the daughter. So I still respected the... Y'all don't like me. They don't like me, honey. Somebody clap your hand. Clap your hand. Oh, I came to break some stuff in the atmosphere. The land is yours. You hear what I say? The property is yours. The house is yours. The car is yours. The NBA is yours. You just got to believe that God's given it to you. I wish I had somebody to run around this church like they don't care. Flip it off. Run around. If you got to run over somebody, you got to go and get what God says is yours. The more I talk to you, the more time I'm wasting. The more I entertain you, the more time I'm wasting. I ain't got no more time to waste. I'm 26 now. I ain't got no more time to waste. I've already wasted years. I got to go back and get back my wasted years. Am I preaching to anybody in here?
Get connected with Jump Ministries Global Church. Be sure to follow us on your favorite social media networks and never miss out on our bi-monthly men and women's prayer services, our youth events and activities, our global outreach and community celebrations, our competitions, conferences, or even just to get that one word to encourage you. Just visit jumpministries.org. Building people, changing lives, and on the move.